injustice, this system full of racism.
Yeah! And one thing I look at and I see between all of us, we are all united here right now about the fact that we the people are the people that put them in place.
Hold on. Let's get back at the table. Why not just go start your own league? McKinney, Texas. A bunch of African American teens brutalized by the police. And in this incident, the police officer, Casebolt, what a name, Casebolt. He pulled out a gun on some of these teens. And as you can see here, you know, he's just having his way with this young black teen. The video, when you look at it, when it first starts out, you see this dude, I mean, being like a super soldier. He's running, he's falling, he's running as if there was a murder or there was a shootout, and he falls and gets back up. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm watching this video, I'm like, what the hell is this dude doing? Is this a joke or something? But then I watched the attitude
sir, get on the ground.
and how he responds to the young teens.
I told you to stay. Your ass is down on the ground.
And this is the situation that kind of was imploded because a woman called the police on these young teens who were invited to the pool party in the suburbs and got into an altercation with the teens. And of course, because that's how racists do, and a lot of people will say, well, we're not racist. Well, when you start spewing out racial slurs, I don't give a damn how many black friends you have, you're racist to me. And in one of my recent videos, I talked about this. And this woman, who happens to work at Bank of America, she ends up calling the police. The police come, as they usually do, because some person says to them, there are a bunch of rowdy, crazed black people. So the cops respond because white woman calls, frantic, blowing up the story, of course. And now the cops go into what we will call cop mode, terror mode, policing in America. In the video, when I watched it, I was just looking like, I remember the incident my daughter told me that happened in the Sacramento County Fair, and how the police was just so aggressive and how they were so disrespectful. And as I watched this video, I was like, this is exactly what she was talking about. And in no part of the video did I see any of the young black kids acting unruly, being disrespectful. And a matter of fact, I want to believe that the white kids, the treatment that they were getting was polite.
I'm just saying, don't take off running when the cops get here. What's up, man? Oh, thank you.
It was some guy. One of these.
Okay, guys, I appreciate it.
None of them were involved.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
It was this guy's. It was that guy's.
Whoa, sir, get on the ground.
Hold up, sir.
I told you to stay. Your ass is down on the ground.
Reasonable. They weren't being told to sit their asses down and getting handcuffed. I mean, when you watch the video, you're up with the confusion of what is going on. And then the thing that frustrates and makes me the angriest is not even really him pulling a gun on those teens, but how he was treating this young teenage black girl. That could have been my daughter. That is my daughter. Knees to the back while she is begging and asking and afraid for her life. And as soon as those young brave teens who I saw wanted to react, he pulled out his gun and waved them off. And when you look at the video also, you can also see in the video one of the young kids that the cops apprehended. He looks like he's got beat up a little bit. doesn't look the same from the time that you see him run and the cops bring him back. He looks like something happened. They roughed him up. But this is, again, a bigger problem to a situation that it seems like no politician, the police department, and even some people on the ground want to fix. They want to continue to let these henchmen, these dogs off the chain, run loose and do whatever they want, whenever they want, to people that have a darker skin color. This is the same Texas, this state of Texas, everything's bigger in Texas, the same place where bikers had a shootout. 9 dead. 9 dead, I hear. 9 dead. And when you saw after the aftermath, the response of the police, you had bikers sitting down politely, silently, cops not harassing anybody, and cops sitting by the bikers. But here in this situation with the black teens, you have chaos. You have rude behavior by the police. You have disrespect by the police. You have guns being pulled by the police. And I ask again for all these people that are police apologists and all these people that say, well, in every incident that a young black male or female is killed unarmed, they try to say reasons why the police had to do it. What was the reason now? Why did the police have to touch those girls? What did those girls do? Because those girls watched the police harass those boys, and they were making sure those boys were safe, protecting their own, and he was frustrated, and he said, get the hell out of here, and they were not going to move. And in an unfortunate thing, some of those kids lived in that suburban area. I'm losing the adjectives, the words to feel about what these police are doing. I really don't know how many more incidents got to happen, how many things have to go viral. And when I find out Mr. Casebolt, who Hardy has in 2007, and I guess the charges were in court in 2008, charges of racial profiling, sexual assault on a man. I mean, he's accused of these things. You wonder, how is he still a police officer? Like, how does this happen? Like, what are you people putting out in our community and tell us that they're police to protect and serve? Who are they protecting? Who are they serving? Why is it every month, damn it, every week, it seems like there's a new case? And it gets more heinous. It gets more confusing. It gets you more fired up because it seems like every single police officer in the United States don't have a clue about being a police officer, have a clue about dealing with the black community, have a clue about respect. And then we're supposed to give a damn about how hard their job is when one of their own goes down, about respecting these laws, and these same laws that these police constantly violate against the people in the community. We have to be held to the highest degree of accountability, but there's no accountability to these police. When are we going to have some real change, some necessary change that will affect these police? I say this, put these police on some type of insurance. I mean, we drive with car insurance. We have to have hospital insurance. These cops have to have insurance. Guarantee you there'll be no police brutality, police terror then. If a cop had to be insured, we can't. No insurance. Your insurance rate's going to be high. Your liability. He done shot 2 people unarmed. Can't take you. Hit him where it hurts. But the more and more we see these incidents, especially I'm speaking to the black community, You got to understand, these police ain't for us. This government is not for us. And the only way we are going to make do is we have to separate. Because they're going to continue to harass. They're going to continue to brutalize. They're going to continue to terror. They're going to continue to kill our people. This young black girl who just was sitting there watching, making sure some of her friends were okay, got brutalized by this police. And this whole thing goes viral. And then to find out this police officer has already had multiple charges in the past. And again, no police officer right then and there in that incident said nothing, did nothing, not even tried to calm him down, not even said when he pulled out the gun, yo, hey, what are you doing? They just went with protocol. You can't trust any of these damn motherfuckers because they all in it together. An incident like this just happened recently in Sacramento. And guess what? The police accountability, whoever those people are, that committee, all they did was apologize for the police and try to swing the story another way. And when it was brought up, because I was one of those people that brought it up to the city council, nothing was done. I've heard nothing about the story. It wasn't as bad as Texas, but it's just the same brutality. Kids being choked, knees in their back, knees in their face. This is how they treat our people. And what are we doing? Sitting around continuing to have these conversations with these police officers when they don't want to take any accountability. I don't hear no police officer saying that is not how you treat young people. I don't hear none of that. I don't hear no denouncing. Everybody is all for it because they will come up with a proper excuse of why they had to use force on that young teenage girl. When what happened was a racist white woman, because she was frustrated that black people were in her suburb community, she got into a situation that she couldn't get herself out of. She used that 911 and called for the slave handlers to come, and this is what they did. They didn't assess the situation. They went full on. And when they didn't get any cooperation or they felt that these kids need to be treated like the animals, how the police look at us, they did exactly what they're supposed to do. So this is true police work. For anybody that wants to mistaken this and say this is not how police, no, this is how police do it. And this is how they do it to our people. So I wait for the weeks to come, the months to come down the line to see what's next. Because what state will it be this time? Will it be your kid? Will it be me? It's like, who's next? The fortunate thing, I guess, out of this whole situation, nobody got murdered. But let's say, because this young lady was being brutalized by the police officer, those boys jumped the police. What would have happened? Because that police pulled out that gun and he's ready to kill someone. That's how it works. And it would have been justified. Right? See, what happens when we start shooting back? We start fighting back. What happens? America has to get control of this situation because this situation is really getting out of hand. People are getting real fed up. And I am one of those people that are getting real fed up. And the frustration level that I have to watch my young people, to watch my men and women across this United States, across the world be brutalized, be attacked, be murdered by these police, has me feeling like I want revenge. And I'm not talking about sitting there having these kumbaya meetings and trying to sort things out with the police. If you guys ain't going to fix the problem, then maybe we should fix the problem for you. See, once you start talking like that, it starts waking up a few officers. Because we can't continue to let our young people, to let our queens, our children feel like they're not protected. Something has to be done. We are in a 911 emergency and ain't no police going to be called. Because if this is what they can do to a young bunch of kids, black teens having a good time trying to swim with the cameras on, what are they going to do with the cameras off? And the more and more, every time one of these stories break, it's always an officer that has a checkered past. And none of us in the community even know about that until an incident. And then they get paid leave. So America, I ask you, what do you want the outcome to be? More black teens, more black males, more black women dead, or few police? I ask that question. More truth than you can handle.